Trade Talks. We're your host, Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. We're coming to you live from the Digital Asset Summit in New York City. Joining me for the segment, John Nance, President and Chief Investment Officer of Dealbox. We're going to take a look at accessing funding for early stage ventures. It's great to have you on set with me, John. Before we get into that, let's talk about portfolio construction, asset allocation, and perhaps putting digital assets within portfolios.
Sure, Jill. Yeah, thanks for having me. So in relation to portfolio construction, I take a top-down approach to this as opposed to more of a bottom-up that we see in a lot of this industry to begin with. So I encourage asset managers, financial advisors, financial institutions to think about their alternative sleeve and where their correlations and cross-asset allocation correlations lie with all of the existing holdings in their portfolios and look to drive a little bit more diversification inside of those alternative sleeves. In today's complicated world of monetary policy and what's been happening in the way of portfolio correlations, oftentimes a lot of managers think they're diversified in a certain way, but when we get market dislocations or liquidity event disruptions, we see these correlations tend to rise up together. So I think that the key to building a really strong portfolio is that diversification element. And so by adding these types of digital securities and tokenized venture funds, crypto assets, things of this nature, you're further diversifying your portfolio and thus hoping to add a little bit more insulation during these types of liquidity events.
All right, let's talk about the underlying technology using blockchain to improve existing infrastructure and secondary markets as it relates to private investments.
Yeah, that's a great question. It's probably the most important thing for us at Dealbox. There are a lot of very successful businesses that have existed for the last 10, 15 years developing these secondary markets, right? A great example is SharesPost. They're one of the industry leaders in this space, right? So if you own early shares of a particular private stage business and you're looking for some type of liquidity on those early stage shares, you can't go get it through a normal exchange, and so you have to do like a standard 144 transaction, which involves a lot of diligence on the front end, both of the investor and the buyer and the seller and the matching engine in between. These transactions can take up to 6 months to do so, right? Now, it's already demonstrated that this market is deep. This is a $10, $20 billion a year transaction industry. All we're doing is taking this technology and improving the liquidity, enhancing the efficiencies in these existing markets, and doing that using the blockchain.
All right, now what about crowdfunding and building successful syndication and distribution businesses?
Yeah, so crowdfunding has been one of those things that's really taken off in the last 10 years, and we've seen a lot of really cool platforms come out. We've seen a lot of big wirehouses and investment banks and VC firms back these types of things. But what's really important to us is looking at better data management processes. So when you're analyzing this particular target investment, what access to what level of data do they have for these things? Do they have comprehensive data rooms? Can I view their financial models? Are there assumptions defensible, right? What are they doing in the way of corporate housekeeping, SEC housekeeping? Are they managing their team internally from a corporate governance standpoint? I'm looking to drive, and what Dealbox helps its clients do is build these data sets from an inception from a startup business, almost as like you're acting as a public company from day one, so that we can drive better diligence on these projects and therefore hopefully get better, higher probabilities of returns.
I mean, that would be really valuable to standardize that due diligence process. I think you're really key for scaling this as well.
Yes, absolutely, and that's what this is all about, is better access to data. It's what the blockchain was built on in the first place, to create immutable data, right? And then also with respect to the private company investment that we were just talking about, it's about giving investors the access to that without going through this long, arduous process of 5 months of diligence because I can't get a hold of the founder of the business to get a single document. Why isn't all this available to me in a single centralized location? That's what the Dealbox platform does.
Thank you so much, John, for joining us. And thanks for joining us throughout the day at the Digital Asset Summit. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.